Hello guys, today I'm going to explain how you can get displacement time graph from velocity time graph. Displacement, we know the gradient of velocity time graph, displacement graph gives us velocity. So using the same idea, if we know the velocity, we can easily track down the displacement time graph. Let's suppose we have Let's suppose we have this velocity time graph and we have to sketch displacement time graph. Up to t1, velocity of the object is increasing. So the gradient of displacement time graph should increase. Velocity is positive, so the gradient of displacement time graph, gradient of tangent should be positive and it should increase. So up to t1, gradient should increase and then velocity is constant from T1 to T2. So the gradient should remain constant, constant gradient. From T1, T2 to T3, the velocity of object is decreasing and it becomes zero. So now the gradient should decrease and it should become zero. This is the displacement time graph looking at the velocity time graph. Up to T1, gradient of this displacement time graph is increasing as velocity is increasing, and from t1 to t2 gradient is constant as velocity is constant, and from t2 to t3 gradient is velocity is decreasing, and so the gradient is decreasing and gradient becomes zero over here. So that's why, as we know that velocity is zero at this point, so the gradient should be zero. And velocity is zero at this point, so the gradient is zero. Also note that velocity is positive throughout, so this means that object is moving in the same direction. So this means that displacement of the object should always increase. Let me discuss second example. Let's suppose we have this velocity time graph and we have to draw displacement time graph. Up to this point, let's say this is t1, velocity of the object is constant. So gradient of displacement time graph should be constant and it is positive, so gradient should be positive. So displacement time graph should be a straight line with positive gradient up to this time t1. Displacement time graph is constant up to this point. Sorry, velocity is constant, so displacement time graph, the gradient should be constant. Now the value of velocity is constant but greater value than this value. So the gradient of this part should be greater and it should be constant. It is of constant gradient up to this point t2. So gradient of this part is constant and greater value. Then the gradient again, the value of velocity is constant but smaller value than this. So the steepness should be smaller and should be equal to the this steepness. Okay. So this is okay. So let's suppose we have velocity time graph like this. From 0 to t1, velocity of the object is decreasing and velocity is positive. So displacement, the gradient of graph should be maximum at time t0, and then gradient should decrease and it should become 0 at this point. So up to t1, gradient should decrease. So gradient should have maximum value over here and it should decrease and should become 0 at this point t1. Then the velocity is becoming negative, has become negative and increasing. So gradient of displacement time graph should become negative and it should decrease. Gradient should increase, sorry, as the velocity is increasing, so gradient should increase. So up to this point, as you can easily see by reverse engineering, that at this point gradient is maximum, then gradient is decreasing, and gradient has become 0 over here. As the velocity is 0, then the gradient is negative as velocity is negative, and speed of the object is increasing, so the gradient should increase and it should be maximum at this point. So this is how can we can get displacement time graph from velocity time graph. Let's suppose you have this example. Velocity is 0 at this point and velocity is increasing. So the gradient of this object, displacement time graph, should increase. Gradient should be 0 at this point and gradient should increase up to this point. Because when velocity is maximum, this means gradient should be maximum. So up to this point, gradient of object, the gradient of displacement time graph should increase, should become maximum. As the velocity is maximum, so the gradient should be maximum at this point. Then gradient is decreasing, velocity is decreasing, but still velocity is positive, so gradient should decrease. Gradient is decreasing, gradient of tangent decreasing, so gradient is 0 at this point as the velocity is 0. After this point, velocity is negative, so gradient velocity negative means that now the object, first it was moving in this direction, now it has changed its direction, moving back, so the displacement of the object should decrease. And from this point to this point, velocity of the object is increasing, so the gradient of velocity time graph, displacement time graph should increase up to this point, and then gradient should, velocity is decreasing but still negative, so the gradient it should decrease and it should become 0. So this is displacement time graph looking at this velocity time graph. Up to this point, gradient is 0 over here and gradient is 0 over here because the velocity is 0 at this point, and gradient is 0 at this point as well, so velocity is 0, gradient 0 at these 3 points. Gradient is increasing, then gradient decreases, then gradient becomes negative and increases, then gradient decreases and still it is. So the displacement of the object has become zero. This means that object has reached to the original point, original position. Now I will get velocity time graph from acceleration time graph. We know that gradient of velocity time graph is acceleration. Gradient of velocity time graph gives us acceleration. So if we know acceleration, we can easily track down the gradient to get the velocity time graph. Let's suppose we have this acceleration time graph and we have to sketch velocity time graph. Acceleration of the object is increasing and it becomes maximum. So the gradient acceleration is zero over here. So the gradient should be zero and the gradient of this line should increase up to this point. So gradient is increasing up to this point. Then the gradient is acceleration is decreasing, but acceleration is still positive. So gradient should decrease and it should become zero at this point. So velocity time gradient of velocity time graph is zero over here and it is zero at this point because the acceleration is zero. Acceleration is positive and it is increasing. So the gradient is positive and it is increasing up to this point. Then it start decreasing and it become zero at this point. So acceleration is positive throughout. This means that and so the gradient of the velocity time graph should be positive. So that's why gradient is positive throughout. We have already done in previous videos that gradient is positive over here in this type of line. Gradient is positive and gradient is negative like this. So the tangent velocity time graph, the gradient should be positive and it should increase. Then it should decrease, and it should become zero. Now let me discuss one more example. Let's suppose we have this acceleration time graph. And we have to sketch velocity time graph. Up to this point, acceleration is constant. So gradient of velocity time graph should be constant up to this point. Then acceleration is decreasing. So gradient should decrease from this value and it should become zero. Gradient is decreasing and it is zero at this point. So up to this point, gradient is constant. So acceleration is constant. After that, from this point to this point, gradient is decreasing. Gradient should decrease as the acceleration is decreasing. So in this video, we discussed that how can we get uh, displacement time graph from velocity time graph and how can we get velocity time graph from acceleration time graph.